Hey everyone, we're coming to you from Ed Iman's Fish Camp in Mary Hill, Washington, and I'm visiting today with Hank O'Doherty of WorkSharp. And Hank, we're all familiar with the WorkSharp tool and knife sharpener. It's a great product, and I see that you guys have some updates to show us.
We do. This is the WorkSharp Knife and Tool Sharpener, the Ken Onion edition. Ken Onion is a well-known knife designer, and Ken collaborated with our engineers to come out with this product. The reason we came out with it is since we came out with the knife and tool sharpener, customers have come to us progressively asking for more features and just a slightly different sharpener. And so we've worked the last couple of years to try to build those into this. They've asked us for more angles to be able to sharpen and a variable angle. So what we did with this sharpener is we built into it only one guide, where the fast one has two guides, and we can just dial in from 15 degrees all the way up to 30 degrees. Okay. So a standard kitchen knife is 20, your pocket knives are usually 25, some of your hunting skinning knives are 25. So all you have to do is spin this dial, and the sharpening guides move, which allow you to dial that in. So that's it's efficient. They also asked us to come up with a system for wider belts. The wider belts do two things. They cut there's three things. They cut faster, they provide stability, and they last longer. And so these are 3/4 inch belts, where before we had 1/2 inch belts.
Right.
They also asked us to build in a guide. Some people like to be able to use guided sharpening, and other people, want to have unguided. So with the guided sharpening, you can just run your knife right against that guide, and it gives you that support. If you want it, the problem with guided sharpening is with certain knives, you cannot get all the way into the hilt of the knife. And so a lot of people like to have unguided, so we made it so we can flip that out of the way, and then we can get all the way into the hilt of the knife to sharpen.
Okay.
The other thing they asked us for is more power. So
I noticed that right away. Bigger,
it's bigger
motor.
It's bigger, though it's still comfortable in your hand, and part of what Ken Onion did is help us design a handle that's quite comfortable.
Yes.
This motor is 1.5 amps, where the KTS has a 3/4 amp, so it's twice the amperage. This has a continuous use rating, where the KTS is rated for 20 minutes of use, which is still a long use cycle, but this is continuous use. The other thing we built into this is variable speed. So this goes from a very slow speed to about 3,200 RPM, 32,000 RPM. And what we have here is a button that allows you to dial that in, to set it, and then you can go ahead and lock it on so that it stays on. Because of that continuous use cycle, that can be very handy.
Yeah.
Because of these variable settings, it's able to sharpen from your fillet knife up to your thickest hunting knife, so it does all your kitchen knives in between. Does camp shears or cooking shears, scissors, and all those kind of things. And then the other thing it does is this sharpening guide pops off. We have a lever here that allows you to spin this around, and so you can again use it like a grinder. So it does your axe, your camp axe, your axe for your wood. It also does shovels, hose, anything like that, good for deburring. But basically this tool is designed for sharpening knives, and that's what it excels at. This is going to be in retail later this year, but we've started a pre-sale program, and so far it's been really well receptive. It's gotten a good reception.
Yeah. The product was great to begin with, and obviously you guys listened to your customers. You've made some nice innovations. I've been using it over this past year for my fillet knives. It works great. And one thing I noticed saltwater fishing, I come in and a day later my fillet blade is starting to rust up a little bit. This takes that rust right away. And it's just a great product.
And I hope you find it takes it away really fast. So.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I never have dull knives anymore. So.
It's funny, we're here at Fish Camp, and so one of the guys, he said, I used to be a butcher, I'm an expert at sharpening knives. And so we talked about it, and we agree that he can at least make knives as sharp as we can, maybe sharper. But he said, but I still want to get one. And I said, well, how come? And he said, well, I sharpen most of my friends' knives and it takes way too long. And this is the way to do it for all my friends' knives. So even though I myself can do it really well by hand for my knives, everybody else that expects me to, I'm going to use this tool. Yep, that's what we're about, is trying to really get it so that everyone can have sharp knives, whether you're good at sharpening or not.
Right. Quick, easy, and superior sharpening.
Yep, we like to say quick, easy, and works every time. That's what the product has to do if it's going to be acceptable.
There you go. Hey, thanks for the update.
My pleasure.
We'll look forward to seeing you next year at Fish Camp.
We'll look forward to catching some fish with you. Thanks.
Yeah, it's been an amazing year at Fish Camp for salmon, that's for sure.
Yeah, it has. We're like a food processor.
No kidding. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. See you guys.